Okay guys, this is a video for Monday, May 25th. This is going to be a lesson video, and I think this is the last lesson video that we'll be doing. I know everybody wants to get up and down and jump around and whatever. I know I do. So, but this is it. This is the last new topic I'm teaching, and really just kind of building on what we did last week. So, we're working on simplifying radicals. I told you the high school teachers said this would be something good for us to cover in this last couple of weeks. Only thing different this week is I'm going to add in variables. So we'll be throwing some letters into the square root for us to simplify. And if you followed me last week when I was talking about how to do prime factorization, the bottom of the factor trees, then I think that makes this pretty simple. So I'm just going to kind of run through a few problems here. Lesson title should be, again, y'all still copying notes here. Lesson title is Simplifying Radicals. I'm going to abbreviate all this. And today is 5-20 25, I said. Okay. All right, so we're doing letters here. So let's say, for example, we have a 50 and an X, maybe a 4, just an X4 under here. All right, that's under the radical. And your job is to simplify. I kind of do this in two parts. I take care of my numbers and I take care of my letters. You can do it all at one time if you want to. If you do the factor tree and do prime factorization, I do think that's pretty easy. So like if we did 50, that's going to be 2 times 5 times 5. If you do x4, it's x, 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 right? So, what we're looking for are pairs of factors because each pair has a perfect square root, right? So here is a pair of 5s. So remember 1 5 will come out, 1 5 will go away. X, 1x will come out, 1 goes away. Another pair of x's, 1 comes out, 1 goes away. So outside, I'm going to have a 5 and an x and another x. What's left here is going to be a 2, and that's it. So this gets multiplied together. So final answer here, 5x squared, square root of 2. All right. I'll say this now. If you start watching these problems and start to see things, you're going to notice that anytime it's an even power on that letter, then it's going to, you're going to come out, half of it will come out basically. The square root of x4 is x squared, the square root of x6 is x cubed. You remember you're just doing half of it each time, so I don't know if you guys can think of it that way. But the prime factorization right up here, that square root prime factorization really helps out. Okay, let's look at another one. Maybe one that's got some more letters and odd powers. So maybe, how about 72? So the square root of 72, maybe we'll do an a cubed and a b7 and a c6. Okay. So again, if you're doing prime factorization on this, you're looking for pairs of factors. I know that there's a 36 in here, right? And 36 is a perfect square, so I know I'm going to be pulling out a 6. Some of y'all might can jump way ahead and not even do the factor tree, and I get that. But I'm going to do the factor tree anyway, just to show you the whole way through. So we got, what's that, a 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2. And then you got 3 A's, A, 7 B's, B, 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 and then 6 C's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's the complete prime factorization. So all you do is go through and look for pairs. And when you find your pairs, you pull one of those factors out front, right? So we have a pair of 2's right here. So that means 2 goes out front. We have a pair of 3s. So 3 goes out front. We have a pair of A's. So you pull an A out front, a pair of B's. Remember, when you find a pair of factors, one representative of that pair comes out. So that one pair of B's has one B to come out. I have another pair of B's, so I have another B. I have another pair of B's, so I have a third B to come out. All right, C's. I have 1, 2, 3 pairs. So C, C, C. All right, so now it's time to put everything together. This will be 6, A to the first, B to the cube, B to the third power, B cubed, C cubed. Okay, now multiply everything back together. This under the radical sign. We have A, let's get a different color. 2, A, B, and that's it. I mean, guys, you got to realize you're never going to have a power on a variable higher than a 1 under the radical sign here. If you do, you can pull something else out. So any letters that are left over have to be to the first power. I mean, if you think about it, right? All right, final answer here, 6ab cubed c cubed times the square root of 2ab, all right? All right, might do one more here that's got maybe, I don't know. Man, I'm just looking at some things with denominators and stuff now that we have done. So let's do example here. How about the square root of 3x on the top of the square root of 8? So again, you know, thinking back to last week, you can't have radical signs in the denominator. So we have to clear that bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is erase my equal sign and start the problem by multiplying by 1, which is the square root of 8 and square root of 8, right? So we'll multiply it by 1. And that turns into the square root of 64 on the bottom, which equals 8. And on the top, it turns into the square root of 3 times square root of 8 makes the square root of 3 times square root of 8 times square root of x equals the square root of 24x over 8, right? Now, what we got to do here is see if this top radical sign can be simplified. So I'm going to do a little factor tree for that. And I'm going to get, you know, 2 times 2 times 3 times 2, right? I guess that'll be 6 times 4 times x, right? We're looking for pairs. We got a pair of 2's. That's it. So you pull a 2 out. So we're going to have a 2 square root of 2 times 3, 6x inside over 8. Last thing that's going to get you, this is the one thing that you're going to mess up on when you're done here and you've simplified. Remember, this is a fraction. You can only do this if the number's outside the radical sign, but I can reduce this fraction. 2 and 8 are both numbers that are outside the radical sign, so if they reduce as a fraction, you got to reduce it. 2 and 8 reduce to 1/4. So technically, this is the square root of 6x over 4. Final answer. Right? If you want to put a 1 there, you can. I wouldn't, but you can and still be the right answer. Okay. All right, so give this a try. It's a short video, just to help a little bit with the letters. I've told you the wrong date. I keep forgetting that Monday is Memorial Day, so you're not going to watch this video till Tuesday. That's what I've got on your paper. I just gave you the wrong date. So I think this is actually 26th. So today's not Monday. It's really Tuesday the 26th. We have a quiz on this stuff this Thursday, so 2 days. That's going to be the final quiz. That's it. Okay, final quiz. I'll talk more to you about, you know, ending the class and our last assignments and stuff. That's coming up soon this week, so I'll kind of let you know. Some of you guys probably get excited to let you know that you don't have to do much more math work, but we're just about finished, and that quiz will kind of be the last one. So just kind of know, got a quiz at the end of the week. For today, all right, you're going to be working back on last Monday's worksheet. Okay, that was worksheet 11-1, right? It's a practice worksheet. It says practice at the top. Okay, that's the page I want you to work on today. But today we're going to skip down and work on some different problems. You're going to be doing 10 through 20 today, which gives you like 10 or 11 problems to do. 10 through 20 on that worksheet. Again, I put it on the Google Classroom today, so you can print it off. Or if you still have your paper from last week, just pull it out and just continue on that. It'll be fine. All right, hope this helps out.